Iced up. Ice what?
Whoa, whoa, baby, poke it out, poke it out, poke it out.
What is up, my beautiful people? So this is the part of the video where pretty much I would go ahead, put on my jersey, get ready for school, and put stuff out for, you know, the stuff I'd be making later for the game. But it's preseason. I'm not going to be wearing a jersey to school for preseason because it's preseason, but football is back today. Regardless of what type of football it is, it's Saints football, so that's something to be excited about. I'm going to be trying out a new type of like little recap video today where it's more than just sitting down and talking at the end of the game. We're going to be going through the game day setup process, getting food, setting up the game, recording some highlight plays, and then talking about it at the end. So it's going to be a bit of a longer video today. I presume. I haven't really recorded it yet, obviously, because it's not game time at the moment, but I will be going ahead and recording parts of my day throughout while we set up for the game. So I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into the video.
Path from homebound. Me and my parents have a bad relationship.
Okay, after a long day that I didn't feel like sitting through, I'm finally home. I had one of the worst days of school I've ever had in my life. It sucked. So we're gonna have to go get that MT jersey off the wall. We're wearing the Michael Thomas tonight. Got to give the lady my Drew Brees jersey because that's common courtesy. And then we're going to order some food. Now, instead of ordering food right away, I went ahead and we got the drinks first. So, you got Dr. Pepper. Hold on. Y'all ain't ready for this. Cherry Dr. Pepper. Yeah, 2 types of Dr. Pepper. I'm bold. So we're finally back. Ignore my closet. All of my new clothes and everything are on the floor. I haven't hung any of that nonsense up. We're finally back. Saints football is back. It is time to watch the game. It's about 6 p.m. right now, so the game comes on in 2 hours. I don't even know if it's on TV, so sorry, NFL. I'm about to have to illegally watch it. Don't judge me for it. Sorry for all the boring clips. It'll be better next time. I was in a really bad mood all day at school today. Didn't record much. Didn't do any of that. A lot of the videos that will be happening like this will not be on school days, so we won't even have to go to school. It'll just be the food gathering, cooking process, watching the game on the couch, highlight plays, and then talk afterwards in the chair at my normal studio like I usually do. I'm telling you guys, it's a good idea. It might be a little like rough around the edges right now, but it'll come too, I promise.
So the game's been pretty boring so far, but Will Lutz just drilled a 52-yarder, and I got my wings, boys. My wings.
We have to watch it illegally because, of course, it's not on in the area. NFL, it's your fault. All right, so Cyril Grayson Jr. made a 50-yard catch that, of course, I wasn't recording for. But Teddy Bridgewater's inside the 2-minute drill right now. See what he does. That's a good play. Oh! Yes! Of course, my camera was off balance. Oh my god. I got too wrapped up in the play. Let's go. I'm assuming they're probably going to review it, but that was still a good play regardless. It's either we're down to 1 or that's a touchdown. Yeah, here it is. What? The Saints have just scored. Dan Arnold had a good extension for a touchdown. It's under review, but it was clearly a score. And we're getting the ball back after the half. So a good play by Teddy Bridgewater. That's what I want to see from him. It helps us understand if he's going to have a future here or not, because that was a perfectly executed 2-minute drill.
What is up, everybody? Now, before I even start the video, or before I even start this part of the video, I just want to get this out of the way. I am wearing an Alabama shirt, but that does not mean I rep Alabama. I am an LSU supporter, but I live in Georgia right now. I live on Fort Benning, so literally everybody here just has an Alabama shirt. That's just how it is. Do I like Alabama? No. Is the shirt really comfortable? Yes. And it was something I was wearing under my jersey, so was making it really, really, really comfortable to wear when, things like that aren't that comfortable. But today we're going to be talking about sorry, I'm closing ads that are popping up on my screen for some reason, but today we're going to be talking about the obvious thing that just occurred, which was the New Orleans Saints versus Minnesota Vikings preseason game. Now, a lot of people see this game as a failure, as a step backwards somehow. We lost 34-25 to the Minnesota Vikings. It was a pretty it was a good beating, but I'm here to let you guys know, and I'm here to remind you that it is just the preseason. A majority of the main reason that we lost in this game was because of our defense. And that is not a knock on the New Orleans Saints backup defense. It's just, listen to this. We just got our starting defense to be top 15. What makes you think that our backup defense is going to be able to stop anybody? Like, just being 100% completely fair. You had players like Ken Crawley out there. It was just a mix to lose. And that's just how preseason's probably going to go for us. Our defense is absolutely horrendous. The Vikings scored 34 on our dome pieces. S. Mannion, whoever that is, had a very good game. Credits to the Vikings. Your guys' running game was going ridiculous. I 100% respect the fact that they just gave us a good little pounding. It was a little bit frustrating to watch, but that's okay. I'm not really upset about it, but we do have some things to talk about as far as the game goes. The first thing I would like to talk about is the success of Teddy Bridgewater. He played calm, cool, and collective in the pocket. If he had a starting offensive line in that game, he would have went berserk. That was a really, really, really good sign to see from Teddy Bridgewater. Sure, he was playing second-string defense, but Minnesota's second-string defense is actually pretty solid. Teddy Bridgewater was 14 for 19, had 134 yards and a touchdown. That touchdown came to a pass to Dan Arnold, whose name I will mention later, within a 2-minute drill leading into the half. Fantastic effort. Teddy Bridgewater led the team down the field, calm, cool, and collective, and delivered a touchdown strike to put the Saints within 2. Beautiful play by Teddy Bridgewater. I loved every second of it. Did he get sacked too long? Or did he get sacked too many times? Did he hold on to the ball too long? You could say yes. There were some plays where he just held on to the ball for entirely too long when throwing it away was an option. But it's a preseason game, and it's one of his first in a very, very, very long time. So you can't knock Teddy Bridgewater for that. He played fantastic. That's something I wanted to see. If you guys remember during the game, Alvin Kamara and Michael Thomas did play, and I know we were all holding our breaths and praying to the Lord and our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, that nothing was going to happen to them. Every time they had the ball, touched the ground, anyone touched them, my heart stopped. I can't have them getting hurt in preseason, so it was a bit scary. Our leading rusher was Taysom Hill with 6 carries and 45 yards. Taysom Hill did have a lot of good carries that were taken away by penalty flags. Penalty flags were a big thing I noticed during this game. There were 21 total penalties. 13 on the Vikings, 8 on the Saints. I don't know what that referee was doing, but that dude was trigger happy. He was calling every single thing that you could have called. That pass interference on Kayvon Webster, I'm not saying this just because he's a Saints player. They were both contacting with each other. That's a play where you let them play. I don't know, man. Sean Payton challenged that pass interference penalty and went ahead. He's 0-1 as far as challenging pass interferences go. So that was a bit ironic. The NFL got a kick out of that. It's just the same annoying BS. Players that did show out were wide receivers Lil Jordan Humphreys. Lil Jordan Humphreys had an extremely nice touchdown pass or touchdown catch. The touchdown from Lil Jordan Humphreys was a 33-yard strike from Taysom Hill. He showed elusiveness as a 6'4", 6'5", whatever, which one of that it is, wide receiver. It was extremely impressive to watch, and I was really happy with the outcome with that. Cyril Grayson Jr. made some catches too, some really, really, really solid catches that you wouldn't expect him to make as far as being a track star goes, but he has shown that he has gotten together with his athletic abilities, with his football moves, with his catching abilities, Cyril Grayson Jr. has been putting in the work. One player I was very disappointed that we weren't able to see play was Emmanuel Butler. He was sidelined for an injury that kept him out of a lot of training camp practices, but we should be seeing him next week. Another player that showed out was Latavius Murray. Latavius Murray played with a lot of force. He was strong running. That's exactly what you want to see from someone that's going to take over Mark Ingram's spot. He was running aggressively, strong, and hard. Deontay Harris also had a very solid game as the kick/punt returner. I want to see more of him for sure. He's extremely fast. Cyril Grayson Jr. did his thing as a returner also, but man, he was good. He was really, really good. Marcus Sherrills did not get any snaps as far as being a kick/punt returner went, so it's pretty interesting to watch Deontay Harris do his thing. I definitely want to see more of him in the future, and I couldn't believe how speedy he was. One play I want to go over is the reason why I do not want Dan Arnold on this team anymore. You seen what he did versus the Rams last year with that drop touchdown pass? I know it's preseason, but he has not shown any sign of improvement. Of course, he had that touchdown earlier in the game today, but that all just got discredited from the fact that Taysom Hill threw a pass into his chest. He had his hands on it, and he just tossed it out. The defender caught it and took it back for a touchdown. I am not high on Dan Arnold. I don't think we need him. I don't like him. I don't. I simply do not like Dan Arnold. I think it was a very good all-around game as far as the players I wanted to see play went. Preseason isn't really about winning to me. It's just about seeing purely who's going to make the roster and who isn't. That's how it is for a lot of NFL coaches' standards. It's really just about who's going to make the team, what the final 53-man roster is going to be. The preseason ends up putting it into perspective by letting you see those players in an NFL game atmosphere. You're playing them against backups, but they're on the same level pretty much, and it's still NFL caliber players regardless, players that made it to the NFL, so it's a fair comparison. I really enjoyed the game today, and let me know what you guys think down below of this type of video style, and let me know if you guys want to see it come back in any future videos after this, this season goes on. If you want to see more preseason recaps, let me know. I don't know if I'm going to be doing them for every game, but it's sure something I would like to hear from you guys if you would want me to continue or not. With all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios. Go ahead and let me know what you thought about the players and the game in general down below. I'll be sure to read all of your comments. Peace out.